Okay, so you just referred to this. So iron ore exports, they're about to plunge because of China's worsening conditions. So if you were to win the next election, that's something you will inherit as well. How would you turn that around?
Yeah, that's a really big issue. You're right. This year we'll see commodity prices go down, and yet we haven't been able to build that resilience into the budget bottom line to be able to cope with that. That's on Labor. That's why we're going to be seeing a $28 billion surplus next year and $43 billion in the year after that. That will be one of the biggest budget deficits, I should say, one of the biggest budget deficits that's ever been delivered, and that's because the hard work hasn't been done to make those structural saves.
Okay, just on another matter today, Jane, public submissions to close on the government's misinformation bill. Why are you so opposed to it?
Pete, this bill is a bad bill, and it was a bad bill from the start. This is the second time Labor have had a go at this, and they failed dismally with the first round. There were 24,000 public submissions against that first bill. Amazingly, for this bill, they only gave 1 week for submissions to be made. There are three things that I think are very wrong with this bill, that the Coalition think are very wrong with this bill. The first is that the social media companies have unprecedented powers to decide what is misinformation. Of course, they won't be punished if they take down too much, but they will be punished if they leave up too much. So there is an incentive, if you like, to censor public opinion. The second issue is that it creates two tiers of public opinion. If you're an academic, you can say whatever you want and that won't be misinformation. But if you disagree with an academic, if you're an ordinary Australian and you disagree with an academic, for instance, well, that could be considered misinformation. And finally, there is unprecedented levels of power that have been bestowed upon the minister. That's something we feel very uncomfortable with. The Coalition will always stand up for free speech. This bill fails to do so.
Yeah, and you're not alone on that. I mean, this was originally Scott Morrison's idea, though. So what's changed since then? Where has it gone wrong?
I think Labor just have a tendency to want to control the narrative at all steps of the way. And, the demonstration of this is the unbelievable control, the power that have been bestowed upon a minister. The Coalition will deliver its own policy prior to the election, but our priority right now must be defeating this very bad bill.
All right, Jane Hume, thanks for your time. We'll keep a lookout for that when it arrives.